Well, everybody, it is a snowy Saturday night here in Maine, so we're going to be starting a hot box in a few to cook off some chicken wings and watch a little bit of football tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's playing tonight?
Seahawks and
Rams?
no, I can't remember. Seahawks and somebody, but it wasn't the one that I was like really looking forward to. But yeah,
Patriots are on tomorrow.
Patriots game tomorrow. Bills are on. Yep, it's gonna be a good weekend of football.
Yeah.
But we thought we'd come to you. A lot of people have questions, want to know like what we're up to, what's going on, where we're going to be competing coming up in this year, 2026, how the end of last year went for us, things like that.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd do, some people call it a round table about things like this, but this one is going to be a hex table because we're sitting at a hex table that we built years ago in our shop, and it kind of resides on our porch right by our wood stove. So,
which is a great great place to be when it's snowing outside.
It is. It definitely is. So, why don't you start with like a recap of 25? Like what happened? I mean, it was a big year for us in competition.
Yeah, 25 was great. We started the year off in February in Minnesota on the ice.
We did. That was probably
my
favorite contest. Really sad to see it not back this year.
Yeah.
But the people of that area in Minnesota were phenomenal.
Yeah. I love the ice castle.
Love the ice castle. All the Miliax Lake restaurants and stuff.
The bar down the street was
I know, and the name of it's slipping my mind right now, and I follow it on Facebook all the time because they do meat raffles like every Friday. I absolutely think that's the greatest thing ever. Great places. But yeah, so that's where we started, and then we rolled off Tennessee next, I think, in March. We did Smoke on the Shores, which was another awesome contest.
Except for the tornadoes.
Except for the tornadoes and torrential downpours and thunder showers, and we're cooking out of a budget truck, and Rich Parker coming over in the middle of the night to make sure we're okay. I mean, it was a great time. I mean, I love that contest too. And unfortunately, we're not heading back to that one this year. I know Jason really wanted us to come back out, but our trailer's not here yet, and there's a lot of other variables that are in play.
But it's done.
Yes, we just got the message that our new trailer's done.
This week, so
that's kind of jumping ahead into the 2026 release.
Right.
But yeah. So, we went there and we ended up starting into the campground series. I think Bristol, Connecticut was the next one.
Jeremy does a great job.
He hosts the Grand Am, which if you're into competition barbecue, that is a very big prize purse for the East Coast.
This year, I know I'm jumping ahead again to 2026, but I mean, we're just talking about the Grand Am. I mean, this year it's going to be a qualifier for that
$1 million contest. The $1 million contest that's coming up.
In Vegas. Well, I'm really
which we're going to try hard to qualify for. We've got to win something coming up here this year, that was hard enough last year for us, but
But last year we tried our hand at the CBAs.
Yep, Champions Barbecue Alliance. I have to say, I love the KCBS format. I love the CBA format. I'm not biased to either one. I think they're both great. They both serve a purpose in our barbecue world. I love both of them very much.
Yeah. And it's challenging when you're going from one to the next because just the timeline alone.
When
the 30 minutes to the hour and trying to adjust, when it's in the middle of the season and
it's a different cook too.
Yeah.
It really is. We ended up doing 3-4 CBAs last year.
4. I think we did 4. Yeah.
All of them were great. I mean, we won 2, so a couple of them were really great. And but my favorite one was the one that Crest puts on down in Connecticut.
Yeah, Camp
Harkness, and the name of it is it's Unified Q. Unified Q. And if you haven't followed what Crest does with his contest, you really should, because it's a great awareness type program, not a fundraiser. It was a great awareness. He was trying to bring awareness to his cause of Unified Q, and taking individuals that need just a little help to compete in competition barbecue and teaming them up with teams and other people to have their own contest prior to the actual CBA. it was a great experience. A beautiful venue. If you want to, you can't get any better. You're right on the ocean. You're right in Connecticut. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's a nuclear submarine that went by
cool.
right as people were setting up. So that was just a cool contest.
Yeah. And like just the path to go in there. We would walk Franklin, and just like the shrubbery on the side was just unique. The flowers and the berries and then right next to the beach. I mean, that was
the amount of wildlife that was there. There was coyotes, rabbits. There was some deer tracks.
Yeah.
We saw a bunch of rabbits too.
Really beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
The facility was there. They had a great spot for judging, and
they did.
Yeah,
and of course we're a little biased. We won, so I mean I got to tell you we are a little biased. But we got to catch up. That's our favorite part. Like we did take some time off from competing, and we came back a couple years ago and did a few. And then last year, I think it was like maybe December, we were like, okay, we're just going to do this. And I can't remember how many did. It was like 30 combined with KCBS
30,
and SCA and
I can't forget about the Jack.
The Jack. Grand Am we did.
Yeah.
We were an invite team to the championship one, and then we were in the open.
Yeah.
It was great. Like we had a great season. We had fun. A couple wins, a lot of top 10s, a lot of individual category wins this year, a lot of KCBS one meet wins.
Yeah.
And the neat part is that set us up a lot for 2026.
Yeah.
And so not only did we catch up with people we hadn't seen in years, and I mean, Jason Cole, we hadn't seen him for a long time. Rich Parker from the IBQ team, we hadn't seen him forever.
Yep.
Luke Darnell, we hadn't caught up with that guy for a long time.
It was great to see him.
It was great to see him.
Yep.
I mean, the list is huge. Darren from Iowa Smoky D's, awesome. We got to see him numerous times last year.
Yeah,
I mean, it started in Minnesota and catching up, and then making new friends that we hadn't met in person, hanging out with, Phil from LC BBQ, spent a lot of time with them. And then, of course, the new CBA people that we met, a lot of Texans this year. They came up to New England, and I got to tell you, they made it really, really hard to compete.
Even just the smack talk was great.
The smack talk was
Buddy,
great.
It was great hanging out with you.
Buddy Dorthrop was awesome, and like when he gets fired up, it's great. I love it. It was fun getting to see a bunch of people and meet a bunch of new people last year. I had a great time. That was my favorite part of the whole thing. And then really focusing. A lot of times before we would be like helping other teams, lending stuff out, and we still do that. But this year, like we really tried to dial our focus in, and we had other teams help us a lot. Our friend Mark from Faded helped us a lot, and it was just kind of like very helpful. And I mean, the Bloody Marys, if you haven't cooked by Mark, he's like your biggest cheerleader, Mark and Christine, because the positivity that comes off the two of those people is amazing. And 9:00 on Sunday, he's got a ritual that he makes a Bloody Mary, and then he would just bring them over to us, and it just kind of started your Sunday morning off great. And it just
you felt the support. I mean, it wasn't just the really great Bloody Mary, which I need that recipe because I just
we have
love
a contest.
We have a contest coming up. But it wasn't just the Bloody Mary; it was the support and the feeling that we're all competing against each other, but they're they're rooting for us just as much as we're rooting for them.
Exactly, and that's a fun part. And cooking next to Brad and Chris Schaefer came up for that contest, hanging out with those two. I mean, it was fun. That contest actually snowed, and I think they were like, "What are we doing here?" But it was a good time. And of course, Bill and Sean from Smoking Hogs, we always spend time with them, and Jeff and Dan,
all of them.
And Scott and Lynn's from Six and Stones.
Owen.
I mean,
all of our friends.
All of them. Like the list is huge.
Yeah.
It's just great to hang out and see everybody and do a lot of fun stuff together. And cooking is fun. I mean, we enjoy it.
Yeah.
That leads us into 26. This year we've qualified for a lot of stuff already. We're going to be going to the Royal, which is nice. We've qualified for SCA Worlds in steak and an ancillary category.
Yeah.
And we could have gone to the CBA World Championship. We did have to skip that one. Because Nicole kind of let the cat out of the bag. We got a new trailer coming. It was a pretty big expense. So we've got that coming, and we literally just found out a little while ago. It's done. We're not flying down to the manufacturer and checking it out. We're doing the video thing, and we're going to have it hauled up because it's really hard for the two of us to get away from work to, drive 1,000 miles and then drive 1,000 miles back. It's, that's really tough for us to get away with right now. Yeah, it's a lot of time, and it's quite a bit of money, honestly. By the time you pay tolls and fuel, it's, you can get one of those guys that hot shot stuff up. It's they're pricey, but you got to weigh out your time and travel and everything. So
absolutely. I mean, I've got so much, many new things in the fire right now, and in Humphreys. So I mean, we have the bootlegger and the
we got the
kingpin and the whole iron
series. Yeah, we have that.
The Ironwork series.
Series, and we're getting the production line on the hot boxes dialed in, and that takes a lot of time. Our cabinets, we've been doing those for a long time.
Yeah, we can do those in our sleep.
That production line is dialed in. Of course, we still make revisions and changes, and as hardware comes in and out, and things, new products come out. But our new series is what keeps us passionate, and we're always looking for a challenge and fun things. So to set up a new manufacturing line for me is one of my favorite things to do.
Yep.
So we just go and we try to get it faster and better, and just keep building a better and better product. And then the one-off series, the iron series that Nicole's working on, that's like her forte. She loves that stuff, the handcrafted items, the one of a kind. A lot of pride goes into them. No two alike. That's her forte. That's her
honestly, though, I couldn't do it if I didn't have the team that we have.
No, our team.
Our team is great. I pretty much just draw it on a piece of paper, just sketch it out. The series that's what it's all about. I'm trying to do away from the computer stuff and take an idea and get with my team and kind of battle it out and go back and forth and how we want to build it and what the details we want to do and what's going to just make it function as well as we want it to be and look as cool as we want it to do. And so. I couldn't be more happy with what we're producing right now. It's pretty badass.
It is, and I mean, there's a lot of changes going on at our company for our team right now. I mean, we have our core group of individuals that worked for us for years and years and years, and we're really proud of them. And but we're making some capital investments into the company. One more big push, huge capital investments, actually huge. The point where you don't sleep at night, capital investments.
But I mean, I'm so excited about it.
I am too. It opens a lot of doors.
And we'll take you step by step through it. As
we own Humphreys, but we also own Main Source Machining Company. So we do a lot of stuff. Like we have our manufacturing lines and our custom lines and our parts lines for all of our units that we build, but we also build a lot of industrial parts, whether they're defense or automotive, medical, architectural stuff. I mean, you name it, down to repair parts for other companies and other people. So we do a lot of neat things at our facility that you guys don't get to see.
Having the machine shop and the fab shop really kind of go hand in hand, and we're able to do those types of things. And,
we are.
And that only strengthens our team even more because they're so well rounded, and it's
so they're not just building cookers. When they learn to weld, and we have welders come in that are experienced in things, and then we kind of have to tweak how they do things because we want things done a certain way, or we have our own certain processes in house to stay in compliance with some of the certifications we have, and we've got to bring them in, and so they can be welding steels, they can be welding exotic metals, they can be laser welding in our shop, everything from MIG, TIG, stick, brazing, all the way up to the IPG laser welders that we have. So they do a wide variety, and we try to cross train them and teach them, and they'll go from welding a cooker with a tolerance of 62 thousandths to a part that's got a tolerance of 2,000. So we hold them at a pretty tight margin on that. But that's some cool stuff coming up in 26. Unfortunately, there's some contests we won't be going back to this year, like Smoke on the Shores. Just our trailer wasn't ready. We probably won't hit Bringing Home the Bacon this year. We love Lori and Keith. They're the nicest people in the world. And if you need a spot for that contest, ours 50-50 right now. Just the way things are going in that time frame of the year, we've got a lot going on, unfortunately, and it is literally 1,200 miles away or something. So it is a little bit of a haul for us. But I got to tell you, that contest, the organizers are the best people in the world, like nicest people.
And you'll see them out and about too, because they do a lot of repping, they do a lot of judging. They're just really
good. They come to New
people.
England too.
Oh they will.
I think they went to Vermont. They said.
I think they hinted maybe coming to Cora this year too.
Yep. There's some neat stuff going on with that coming up. So our start of our season is a lot of championship contests, and then we roll into KCBS, and then we're going to roll into some CBAs. Of course, we're going to do some sidebar SCAs in there because we love that organization as well. We're not great at steak, but we are, I hate to say it, we are Maine State steak champions. So we're rather proud of that. But we are not the best steak cooks, because like when you cook next to like Lindsay McDonald and she's like cranking out a steak, or even Starla. Starla's a great cook too, and you're like, I'm going to lose. It's true.
And it
really is. And I know one of my good friends, El Jefe, is actually practicing steak tonight. He messaged me and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm making potato salad. He's like, I'm practicing steak for SCA Worlds. And I'm like, this is great. Like, good for you.
Yep.
We probably should be too, but
well, we're doing brisket.
We're going to do a brisket practice. Yep.
Which, let's talk about that for a second, because, I did a post on Facebook and we had a couple of questions. I thought maybe we could tackle that.
Yeah, we can.
Why
not?
Couple little tips. I mean,
couple quick questions.
Chris had a question about, what do you do to make the point and the flat kind of come done at the same time and without overcooking the flat? So what are some tips that you can give them to make that happen?
So I know where Chris is buying his meat, and I know some of those briskets that he's getting, your flat is thin on one end and it gets a little thicker. This is just the nature of the beast nowadays. And then you have this like honking point. Like there's just a lot of excess stuff on these things nowadays, unfortunately. You got to do something with it. And if you're not really, if you haven't done a lot of brisket trimming and I'm ideally not the best, and people will come over and like Bill Gillespie loves to give me crap about my brisket because he comes over and he's like, of course he's so nice. He won't say anything, but he just shakes his head. And then, and I love it because once in a while we do beat Billy, and Billy's an awesome cook. Let's face it, Billy is like one of the goats of barbecue too. If we finish ahead of him, and I know I get that head shake of like, oh, what is that thing? Because we have a very unorthodox brisket program, very unorthodox.
Yes.
But getting back to the trimming, that question was great. Like if you're leaving the thing whole and your point is just honking big and the flat is thinner, it's not going to time out really well. What I would do? I would separate them.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of separating the point from the flat nowadays.
Now, do you do it before you put it on the smoker?
I do.
Or do you do it in the middle of the cook?
right out of the cryo. Okay. I trim it right down. I get my flat to the size that I know I can. If I'm going to turn burnt ends in, we can get it down to burnt ends. Of course, I do leave more fat on the point for that. But the point can take it. The point's a rugged piece of meat. And it's still not coming off at the same time. 99% of the time, the point's still kicking around for a while longer than the flat how we cook it. But the other thing you can do, and this is awful to say, and don't throw this stuff away. There's a lot of uses for this. But like you can trim your flat and your point to relatively the same height, and that's going to cut things down and get you a little more in the ballpark on your cooking time. One of them's always going to be done ahead of the other. It's the nature of the beast.
Sure.
But all that stuff you do cut off when you do trim, bag it, freeze it, grind it, make burger.
That's what we're going to be doing tomorrow.
That's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. We probably have 50, 60 pounds of Wagyu trimmings in the freezer that we're going to thaw out and grind it, put it through a patty press, and then, we have a process that we do with wax paper and everything, and, put the patties in and refreeze it into more, portional sizes. I have to thank Hank from Mr. Brisket for that, because we ordered a bunch of Wagyu burgers from him, and it came in, and I'm like, oh, this is like just simple things. Like, and this is what barbecue's all about. It's like these little simple things you don't think of. Like, that's ingenious. Put something in between there, do this, freeze it that way, and it comes out perfect. Like they were absolutely perfect burgers.
They're great.
So I gotta say thank you, Hank, for that tip. That worked out well. So we'll do that with all our grinds from this year, and that's kind of a project we've got to get on here pretty soon, because what happens is we order a bunch of meat and then we don't have the freezer room. We have numerous freezers, but competition barbecue just seems to lead
a lot of room.
One freezer leads to 2, leads to 3, leads to another refrigerator, leads to multiple coolers, like you name it. Barbecue is not an inexpensive sport.
No.
Competition cooking is not, for sure.
It's not.
So yeah, we'll be traveling all over this summer. I mean, we've got Trillium's probably happening again. We've got
That's all a fun one. I like I like the event. I like the being right there at the brewery, because the brewery is gorgeous.
The brewery is gorgeous. If you've never been to Trillium in Massachusetts,
so
that's a gorgeous brewery.
Food was good. Beer is always great.
Yeah, beer's always great there. We've got that. We've got all the campground barbecue ones. We're a big supporter of Jeremy and his contests. All the New England CBAs. We've got all of those on the books. We've got
Jack,
the Jack. Hopefully the Jack. Hopefully the Jack. We've got the Royal. I feel like we have Jeff and Scott's contest in Connecticut.
Yep. New England barbecue.
Yeah, we have New England barbecue. We have Cora, of course, which we're been a part of since the pretty much the inception
of it. Yeah.
And we're a big supporter of that event. Of course, we do the rib auction together, and we kind of help with some other aspects of it.
Yeah.
Shriners Hospitals for Children, great charity.
Yeah. I know the new cook trailer is just going to be a great asset to this.
The new cook trailer is going to be a great asset to this. Yeah. And we're going to be teaching some classes. We have some classes up. Some other places have actually hired us to come in and do some classes for them. We're so excited for that. That's another major announcement. I mean, we've got capital improvements coming to the business. We've got the new trailer. We've got some classes coming up. We've got some other stuff which we aren't allowed to announce yet.
Not yet, but
can't wait. It's coming.
There's actually a few announcements coming.
There's a few announcements coming, and you're going to see those. But contractually, we can't announce them yet.
Nope.
I'm trying to think of what else we have coming up. We're not launching a new rubber sauce right now.
No.
We're just going to stay steady with what we have going. Time is an issue for that.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, product development, we'd want to get it just the way we want to get it, and to be the quality product.
Absolutely.
But I think what our core products are, we cover all bases with that. So
yeah, we do.
Happy with that.
A lot of people ask, do we use our stuff in competition? That's a great question because there are a lot of people that don't use their stuff in competition that manufacture things, and that's fine. That's completely okay, because competition barbecue is tough because you want to go out and win. Yeah. And we do use quite a few of our products in competition. We use a lot of our injections.
We use all of our injections. The brisket, the pork, and chicken. And the chicken we use as a brine.
The chicken we do use as a brine.
Which you can do the injection as
brine. You can. And the other thing, we use our sauce in a couple categories. Yeah. We use 2 of our rubs religiously. Yes.
We use one of our rubs as a finishing dust.
And we do use one of our rubs as a finishing dust.
But which one?
I mean, I think you're going to be surprised. And but it's so we do use a lot of our own products. Of course, we do use other people's products too as well. I mean, we've never made it any secret. We use Smoking Hogs rub,
and we use Simply Marvelous. I mean,
and we use Simply Marvelous. We have used Simply Marvelous since the day we started competing.
Yeah, I think
Steph Franklin.
We met him in 2010.
We did. We met him in, I think it was 2010. Yeah. Because I think we were catering back then on the side, and I think it was because we always used sweet and spicy
on the pork, and people went nuts
back then for it.
You use that nowadays, and people are like, "What is that?" Yep. I mean, I still love it.
I love sweet and spicy.
I love it, but there are a couple of rubs that we use religiously on a couple of our meats for competition.
Steph's been a big supporter of us, and we've been a big supporter of Steph for a long time, and Sterling Ball from Big Papa Smokers.
Yeah, I actually touched base with him this week, last week actually. He's doing well, and wished us luck on the trail this year.
Yep. I hope to catch up with him and James, out and about, even if we have to go to the West Coast area. really want to catch up with those guys. We haven't seen them in a long time.
Yeah.
And it's always good to catch up with them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Royal.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
The Royal could be a good one.
Certainly come out and see us at the Royal.
Yeah, definitely. What else we got going on?
What else do we have going on?
I'm excited about the classes.
The classes are going to be
those
a lot
are fun. And I mean, we're going to a couple classes this year. We're going to go to the Smoking Hogs class.
That's coming right up.
That's coming right up. I think there's like one spot left, maybe.
Yeah, like only so get in on that.
Bill's class is great.
Yeah.
He's very patient, takes a lot of time with students individually and in the class.
And I know there's a couple of people taking it that are not comp teams. They just want to up their game for barbecue. And I think that's great.
I know. We sent one over anyway. That's a very heavy barbecue enthusiast. He's been ordering meat from both Hank at Mr. Brisket and Snake River Farms, and he's doing a lot. He's asked a lot of good questions, and he's sourcing good meat. He's using good charcoal, and he's
stuff's coming out for not like the pictures is great.
Yeah. Well, we had quite a bit of his food.
We do, yes.
He's a good cook, and it's always good to see people get that passion and like to do it. If they're cooking for family and friends, that's awesome. You're cooking competitively, it's awesome. As long as you're cooking, that's the fun part, and that's the important part.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be doing more cooking videos, showing you what we're doing.
Videos. Yep. I mean, and if you pay attention to the cooking videos, you'll be able to pick up on some of our comp program easy enough. But we're gonna be cooking a wide array of things,
all kinds of stuff.
I've always enjoyed cooking some of what people call the oddities. I do like cooking things that are just what kind of used to be traditional or non-traditional now, unfortunately. And if you followed some of our recipes, we do that.
I think one of the recipes we're going to try to replicate is what we had in New Orleans here this past December.
We are going to do that.
Yeah, so
we're going to leave this one as a surprise.
Oh, which is going to be a surprise.
Yeah,
but it is an oddity.
It is an oddity.
An oddity that Nicole actually
devoured.
I was fighting. I was fighting over it. Actually, there was like one piece left, and
you were skeptical, and I was very skeptical. Devoured a good portion of it.
It was so good.
And so we're going to replicate that using cookers and some other cooking devices.
Yeah.
I don't want to let the cat out of the bag on that, because that is going to be a phenomenal video. And I think people are going to be like, wow, I've never thought of that. And if you're brave enough to try it, you're gonna love it. Like there's no way around it. Hands down.
I never would have thought. Never would have thought on that. So
but we're gonna do that, and we have a busy year coming up.
We really do. Really do.
The store's still open. I mean, we have all our rubs and sauces and cooking tools and cookers themselves, of course. You can always come in. Oh, we picked up some dealers this year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Let's bring that up.
Sure.
Texas, I always feel bad. Texas is very expensive to ship to because we're in Maine.
Yeah.
So we picked up Chris out at Bushmaster Barbecue. So we've got your West Texas dealer out there. He's got some units in stock.
Yeah.
He's got a nice store, really nice guy. He's out on the comp circuit.
And he does a lot of demos too.
He does a lot of demos.
Yeah.
Really does. So I definitely, check out Bushmaster Barbecue. Mm-hmm. And then the barbecue store. Those guys, Dustin and his team, awesome people. Yeah. And
great store too. That's
big store.
Big store.
Really big store.
Yeah, a lot of variety.
He's got your East Coast Texas or eastern side of the state of Texas covered. So Texas is a big state. There's a lot of geographical distance between our two dealers there.
Yeah.
And he's got some stuff in stock right now, which is great.
Yeah.
Both of them, we have excellent shipping lanes to them and their addresses and multiple units and stuff. Yeah. So if you don't see what you want on their show floor, ask them. Mm-hmm. They can get it in the store, and it's going to save you money. Even if you have to pay sales tax or whatever, or a small delivery fee, nothing major there, because it's still, it's not $600 to go to your house, unfortunately. It's expensive to ship.
Yeah.
Especially to a house.
$6.99 for one of our cabinet smokers.
Yep. Go to Texas. So take advantage of the dealer network. Go out there. And if you have a store near you that you're like, hey, you guys should carry this, go in there and be like, hound them. Tell them to carry it. You want to buy a cooker, you don't want to pay for shipping that much, go in, hound them, be like, start carrying this product, and then have them get in touch with us.
And the process is real easy to start a dealer, for that network there.
It is. It's easy, and we have a good dealer support team. Jillian works hard on that and tries to stay in touch with our dealers and make sure they have what they need. And of course, we're always available. If you message in late at night, you're getting one of the two of us. So it's not, we're very helpful and supportive of our dealer network. Yeah. And we're proud of the dealer network that we have now. And I mean, you can always order online at BPS, Big Papa Smokers as well. It could ship from one of our hubs or us or wherever. So they're out there, and I mean, it's great.
So very exciting year coming up.
Very exciting year coming up. But also, let us know what you want to see videos on, what you'd like to learn, what you'd like to see, what you want to know more about. Not going to tell you our comp program yet. We're not at that point, but maybe one day we'll do a class. But we've got to win a little bit more.
We might have a few secrets we'll slip out here and there.
We will, especially if you tune into the videos. You'll always pick up on something. But like I told you, everything we do is kind of unorthodox, but it does work. It works for us.
It works for us.
So.
And that's what it's all about.
You're going to be like, wow, this doesn't look like somebody I just watched on YouTube. But no, it doesn't. But we just won this category, and it's fun when it's like that. That's what I'm proud of, is that we do things a little different than most people.
And we do it our way.
We do it our way, and it's just it's fun.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but if you haven't signed up, go to the Smoking Hogs class, sign up, catch a flight right into Boston if you are from away.
Yeah, lots of hotel rooms.
A lot of hotel rooms right there. Fill that last slot, one or two spaces he's got open. You won't regret it. Great class. Billy's awesome. Sean's awesome too.
Keep an eye on our schedule for our classes.
Our classes are coming up. Going to be generalized, a lot of cooking classes, a lot of things like that. A lot of fun ones, a lot of different things, getting you ready. Some spring ones coming up to get you ready for, your kid's graduation party, Father's Day. What else we got coming up? Memorial Day weekend, 4th of July. Yeah. Why not be the hero of those times in those parties that you're going to host? So, definitely do that. Chime in, follow up. If you want to learn something, let us know. And, we're got some big videos coming up.
Yeah, really big videos. Yeah.
So,
and our YouTube channel's growing, and so make sure that you subscribe to that to get all our latest and greatest there. And
definitely
follow us on Facebook and all those networks.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I think that recap and future thing we just filmed is done. So let's call it a night and go throw some wings on the hot box.
Have a good night.